Now I'm going to tell you how I got into the adult industry and a few interesting stories. Hi, I'm Paris Marie, and I was born in Orange County, lived there for about 12 years. Then I moved to Corona in Riverside County, and I've been there ever since I was about 12, 13 years old. Now I'm going to tell you how I got into the adult industry and a few interesting stories. So, when I got into it, I got contacted by an agency, and they just introduced themselves as a modeling agency. Didn't mention anything about the adult industry or anything like that, and I didn't really look into it. I was just kind of like, oh cool, making thousands of dollars a week and whatnot. And so I went in for a in-person interview to talk to them about it. And once I got there, we were talking for a good while, and then next thing you know, the agency owner was a female. She brought me some paperwork and started talking to me about adult stuff, and I was like, oh. And she was like asking me what type of scenes I would do, and I'm like, scenes? I'm like, what is this? Like, I was so confused, because first she was talking about modeling, and then she was talking about scenes and boy-girl stuff, girl-girl stuff, and I was just like, oh, what am I getting myself into? And so I kind of thought about it for a little bit, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I'll try it. So I signed up that day, and within the first week, I got my first scene, and it happened to be with a male star that I not personally knew, but I knew of, being that I've seen like him in porn and stuff like that, and his name is Voodoo. So I was kind of nervous just because I kind of knew of him, and that was my very first scene, and it was for, was it Brand New Faces? And up till I got there, I was kind of nervous. It was my first scene ever, and once I got there, got to talking to him, he made me feel like really comfortable, and so I ended up not being nervous after all, and the scene actually went really well.
What's your second story?
My second story was, by now, I think I was with a different agency by then, and I got called to do an orgy scene, and I was just supposed to be not a background, but kind of like an extra, where a fluffer, where I just pretty much kept the guy hard on the side. And then as we're getting ready,
The guys.
Yeah, the guys, more than one, especially since it's an orgy. But the girls and everybody, were all getting our face done and hair and everything like that. And the director or whatever, someone came up to me and was like, would you be willing to switch from being a fluffer to actually doing like the sex part scene? And I was like, okay, sure. And I didn't know why at first, and then I was like trying to figure out why, and then the other girls were telling me that one of the other girl talents had a yeast infection, so she couldn't do the so they ended up switching us. She was the fluffer, and I ended up being the one that got so it was pretty fun going from one thing to the other, but it was a fun scene. The girls I got along with them really well. And
how many guys were there?
It was only two guys, and it was me. I don't remember the girls' names, but 1, 2, I think it was like 5 of us, 5 girls, 5 or 6 girls, something like that. And then it was 2 guys, and one of the guys I actually worked with before, with like different stuff, just like before. So, and it was his first orgy, so he was super nervous. And so with me being on the set with him, he didn't feel as nervous because he actually knew someone. So I kind of like was there to basically help him out.
Support?
Yeah. So it ended up being a really good scene, and he did really good too. So.
Speaking of that, have you ever had where guys couldn't perform?
No. No. I don't think I worked with anybody that had any issues performing that I can remember. I mean, you would think I remember something like that, but I don't think so. I don't recall anything like that.
Think of a third one.
All right, so this one's definitely an interesting one. It totally just came to me. So I had taken a break for a while, and then I decided to get back into the adult industry, and I was going through stuff on Sexy Job website, and I got contacted by a producer who shot some pretty interesting things, and it was for a website that had to do with fart fantasy stuff. And when he was telling me about it, I didn't want to do it just because I was like, what the heck? Like farting? Like that's just gross. And so he got into more detail about it and basically told me that it wasn't real. It was, you basically go in on an empty stomach, which is like something small, like a granola bar or whatever, because you don't want to be full, obviously. And they take I don't know what it's called. It's those little like nose sucker bulbs that they use on babies. And they fill your butt up with air. And it's basically, and then so when you push it out, it's like you're really farting, but you're just farting out air that was pumped into you. And so I ended up doing that, and it was a little awkward at first because I'm just not comfortable with like doing that in real life, you know? So doing that scene, I felt really awkward at first, but it ended up being a really fun shoot that I did. So yeah, that was my third one.
Okay, so what does your partner think of the situation of you getting into the adult industry and coming back?
He's actually very supportive. And to be honest, whenever I have a scene or a shoot of any kind, it turns him on.
How was it though when you first started and you signed up and he didn't know?
He was with me when we went to that interview, and I was in one room, he was in the waiting room, and when I was first brought those papers that told me about what I was going to be signing up for, I text him before filling them out, and I'm like, so this is totally like porn stuff. Are you okay with me doing it? And I was like, I don't want to do it if you're not comfortable. And he was like, if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable. I think it's hot. So I'm like, okay. So I kind of just, when I first signed up, I did the minimum, like just like solo, the boy girl and girl girl. I don't think I chose anything or just left it at that. And just because I didn't know like what I would be willing to do or if I would even continue doing it after. So, but yeah, he was very supportive and was okay with me signing up and doing it. And even to this day, he loves it.
And you're doing the comeback.
Yes, I am doing a comeback, and I don't have an agency that I'm with at the moment, and I'm probably not going to really push it just because I know it's going to be hard to get back in with the agency with all the younger talent that they have right now. So fresh meat, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of doing my comeback just with like my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and I did open up an OnlyFans. So I've been doing that for about a month now, and I'm enjoying doing it. Being able to make like my own content and just put whatever I am comfortable with doing and what I can perform and all that good stuff.
What made you come back to the industry?
Well, pretty much, long story short, I left my job that I've had for quite a long time. It wasn't really by choice, but I feel like it was kind of like a good thing because I kind of didn't want to be there anymore as well. Looking for a change, and I guess this is the change that I wanted to do. Get back into the industry. All my social media accounts, including my OnlyFans, they're all gonna be O, it's Paris Marie, and O as in like OH. So O, it's Paris Marie.
Spell that.
OHITSPARISMARIE.
Anything else you would like to add?
I hope you enjoy my content and check out my stuff.
And subscribe to our channel.
Yes, subscribe.
All right, do you give us permission to put this on YouTube?
I give you permission.
Oh, they're coming for you. There we go.